YouTube, it's Jurracmaster. Sorry I haven't been uploading videos as often as I used to. I've been really busy lately, and I was just able to make time to do all this stuff today. And I did want to make this deck profile for you on September 1st, so here it is. This is what I'm going to be running for a little bit. This format, I'm honestly not sure what changes are going to stay and what ones are going to go. Right now I pretty much made the mandatory changes and slight changes other than that. I will also tell you guys about what I think I might do, a couple of recommendations, and what you have to be careful about. So, the deck hasn't changed too much. I think the only real change in the main deck was the giant Grenade became Heavy Storm. I think that's about it, but I will go over a few things I think might work if you guys want to try it out for yourself. I will be making changes as I go through the format to make this deck a little bit better based on experience. But for now, this is what I have. So, 3 Jurrac Guaiba, 3 Jurrac Velo, 3 Jurrac Dino, 1 Jurrac gallim. I might bump this up to 2. It's a useful card. Depends on what decks actually do make it to seeing a lot of play. In which case, if they waste their hand to get all their stuff out, then it's just a really good card to get rid of stuff, but I have to think about that. It's also a nice thing to have another level 2 tuner. 2 Aeolo, 2 Herra, 1 Ptera, one of the better cards against some of the chaos stuff, such as Blackluster. I mean, they can always resummon it, but it at least gets it away for the battle phase. Say if it was face down, if not, they're gonna return it, or they're gonna remove it. But you know, it's useful. And if they don't have enough chaos material, then they can't bring it back out until you give them more. Which is why you have to be careful about that. This format, stupid chaos stuff. I really don't like having to face that Blackluster soldier now. This is not going to be fun. 2 Stauriko, I might bump that down to 1, depending on what decks are out there, once again. And, as always, my Kinka-Byo. So, for spells, where the change is, as I've already said, 3 Fossil Dig, 3 Forbidden Lance, 2 Burden, 1 Mind Control, 1 Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy Storm, and 1 Moon. So, yeah, just, you know, Trunade had to go out, and I put in Heavy Storm in its place. Not a big deal. Just means you have to watch out for Starlight Road when you do that. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. I still have trap stuns in here, which I'm planning to use to stop Starlight Road when necessary, and to stop other things that still are a pain. So, I have, for traps, the Solemn Warning, or Solemn Judgment, rather. 2 Solemn Warning. Getting ahead of myself. 2 Deep Prison. 2 Trap Stun. Mirror Force, and Torrential Tribute. Just keeping those out because I have a little note on those. Be careful with those. They are, as I said before, Starlight Road's coming out, or it's been out, but I mean, it's just gonna come in the game more often. I mean, what we have just way too much destruction now that destroys more than one card. Commonly seen would be those four. So you see people are going to be running probably all those in their decks, which means Starlight Road is going to be worth main decking for some people, or at least side decking. I'm probably not going to do it. If I do, it'll probably be later on, if I see it needed. But what I'd recommend doing is maybe taking out one of those, maybe Torrential, or just keeping them in and running Dark Bribes, which would also protect the burdens and allow you to have a little bit more freedom in setting a couple more cards. Obviously, you have to watch out for people that run 3 MST instead of heavy. Most people probably won't run heavy and 3 MST. So if they're running heavy, you don't really have to worry about it being that big a problem with Mystical Space Typhoon. So just be careful when you play cards like that. You don't want to give them a Stardust Dragon. So that's why I still have my trap stuns and everything. For the extra deck, I think there's been a change since I last made a profile, but not since I've last made a video. So you guys might have picked up on the change if you watched the video. Got 2 Giganoto, 1 Meteor, 1 Roach, which is a very, very helpful card in this deck. I can make 4s easy. Utopia and Leviathan Dragon would be the change. So back to the rank 4s, like Steelswarm Roach. This is why I'm really excited for evolkaiser Lagia to come out, because when he comes out, I can make him so easy. Only problem is I can't use mind control to make him, but that won't be a big deal, because if I want to mind control someone, I can always make Roach or Utopia. I'll probably end up having Pearl in there over Utopia at some point, just because Pearl is just 100 stronger. So Utopia's attack stopping effect isn't really that big a deal. So I'm probably going to drop it for Gem Knight Pearl. I have Trishula, Stardust, Scrap Dragon, Black Rose, Ancient Fairy, Brionac, Gaia Knight, Cataster, and Hyper Librarian. So, the Leviathan Dragon is way more helpful than Grunosaurus, and since I'm not running Solidarity or any of that, I am still siding things like Goes and Match and Rivalry of Warlords, but it's not a big deal to me. The Leviathan Dragon, I can play around, I don't need to make it, but when I do, it's just a better thing to play, because when you have control of the game, and people try to stall with something with big defense, or something like that, and you get those 2 dinos out that you don't need, or the Ptera that's out, and a dino you don't need, it's very helpful. Or it just gives you a good card that puts one of your dinosaurs in the grave and gets rid of their monster if you mind control, because I really like mind controlling people's stuff and then using it to make my own stuff. Very amusing. So for the side deck, this is where the biggest changes happened. I had to take out Oppression, and I took out the Nobleman of Crossouts because they weren't all that good in the side deck. So I have 2 Skill Drain. Wow, my voice is really messed up today. It's like cracking all over the place and just fading into a whisper. Sorry about that. I also have 2 Goes and Match, 2 Rivalry of Warlords, 2 Noblemen of Crossout, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. I have those in there to side against, just another side against Gravekeepers and, you know, Dark Worlds, which I also hate. Just also, if people side into or main deck Starlight Road, you can do this to throw them off. Just put in those MSTs. And now I have still 2 Effect Veilers, and I bumped DD Crow up to 3 because, note on DD Crow, it stops a lot of decks from doing what they want, because the second they target something in the grave, get rid of it. Call of the Haunted's going up to 2, well, it is up to 2, I guess, because September 1st, and I think that it's just going to be even more useful. You could stop Dark Worlds from having a target for their field spell. You could stop them. I believe you can still drop it when the monster is discarded before it's special summoned. I think you can chain to their effect of special summoning, but I'm not sure on that, so don't hold me to it. I'll check it at some point. And it stops a lot of things. With Lightsworn coming back, you can get rid of their stuff. I'm sure you could annoy zombies by getting rid of their Plague Spreader, maybe, or Mizuki before it goes off. They could probably chain Mizuki. I don't even know how all that works. Because honestly, I hate zombies. Just letting you guys know, I really hate them. Goblin Zombie is a little loser, and I'm sorry if I offend any of you that play zombies, but you have to admit, Goblin Zombie is really stupid, especially with Exceeds. I really just don't like zombies at all. So that being said, I don't want to annoy you guys too much here and just keep ranting about stuff. So I finished the deck profile, so I might as well leave you guys alone. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.